Hope you all have a happy New Year. Take it easy tonight. We'll see you again on Monday.
I can't tell you how shocked I am, Fred Harrington.
Yeah, I know just how you feel. I was shocked myself.
No, I trusted this man. To think he was capable of that kind of duplicity. And I never saw through it.
Well, man may smile and still a villain be, right?
But this was such a personal betrayal. I don't know what to say. Listen, come here.
Mr. Briskin, it's time for the meeting.
Oh, yes, the meeting. I'm coming.
Oh, listen, I'll come back.
Stay where you are. I'll cut the meeting short. I'll be back in a minute. I have some questions I'd like to put to you. Wait for me, can you?
Sure, of course.
I'll be right back. Now, Miss Nolan, take exact notes when you want no discrepancy.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Mr. Briskin, hello. This is Mr. Smith calling. Mr. Briskin, is that you?
Hold on. That is for you.
Oh, thank you.
This is Somerset. This portion brought to you by Bounce, the fabric softener that goes round in the heat of your dryer to soften, control static, and make things smell clean and fresh. From Procter & Gamble.
Yes, hello.
I can't talk to you now. You'll have to call back later. People pick the awkwardest times to call, don't they?
Can I use your phone, Dad? Carrie, have Lieutenant Price come into Dan Briskin's office, will you? Well, as soon as he can. Thank you.
I wouldn't jump to any conclusions, Julian, if I were you.
And I wouldn't waste time lying if I were you. It's all pretty clear now. I know that was Joe Castor, calling himself Mr. Smith. And he asked for you. You killed Fred Harrington, didn't you?
It's your word of mine, Julian, your word of mine. Yes, I killed him.
Why?
He made too many mistakes. Julian, we've worked together. You know I'm a forgiving man, but enough is enough.
All that shock and outrage, you're some actor.
Well, believe me, a large part of that was genuine surprise. Especially the stuff about Steve Slade. I had no idea about that. One more mistake of Mr. Harrington's.
So you really were the top man. One we were looking for all along.
Yes, Julian, yes. I have to admit it. With all due modesty, I am that man.
And you are in complete control of this entire city, and have been how long now?
I've been in control of the city, Julian, ever since I got here. That day I was looking for a house.
What a pretty cover you pick for yourself. You buy a small-town newspaper, you play at being publisher. All the time you're doing the business of the organization.
It wasn't too time-consuming, really. I gave the orders to Harrington. He passed them along, saw to it they were carried out. At least most of the time.
You You were the informer. You were the one who was responsible for Greg's death. You were responsible for that attack on Heather because your thugs were too stupid, mistook her for Carrie, and Heather lost her baby because of it?
I'm sorry about that. That was intentional. Well, Julian, sometimes your subordinates botch the job. We can't always do everything ourselves, can we, Julian?
Every atrocity that's happened in this town is a direct result of your orders, including the attempt on my life, right?
You know, Julian, if that hadn't backfired, we wouldn't be having this little chat right now.
Tell me something. Why did you involve Steve in that? Or was he supposed to do the job? Is that it?
No. We didn't think he was capable of killing anybody. Now, Julian, the plan was for you to be shot. For Steve to be found with a gun. For him to be blamed for the murder. It was a nice plan. But when it didn't work out, that was the biggest mistake Harrington made. You know something, in a way, it's a relief to talk freely. Let my hair down. Get all this off my chest. Guess it'd be a bore putting on an act.
That's a relief to me, too, to finally know who I'm dealing with.
Julian, I tried to stop you. You have to admit that. I pleaded with you to give up that crusade, but you refused. You forced me to do so many things I didn't want to do. Stop and think about it for a minute, Julian. In some ways, you're just as responsible for what has happened in Somerset as I am.
That's a nice little bit of rationalization for yourself. Doesn't happen to be true. Suppose you tell me exactly what did happen last night at Harrington's. I mean, did you go there with the intention of killing him?
What do you mean, did I go there with a fit of passion? Knock him off? No. He had to be disposed of, Julian. By the way, you were right. He was expecting me. Of course, he didn't expect to happen to him what happened. And then he tried to alibi his way out of it. Wasn't too convincing. He had to go. You know something? You won't be able to prove any of this. You have no evidence. But you know what I have. I have the full power of the organization behind me.
You're bluffing, Dan. Because now with the murder of Harrington, I can bring federal men into Somerset. You're not going to beat this. I think you know it. Steve Slade knows enough now to make things very difficult for you.
Well, I should have got rid of him a long time ago.
Well, I guess you're not immune to mistakes yourself, are you?
Ooh, sad to say. None of us is.
Well, you're going to pay for yours.
We'll see.
You want to see me, Julian?
Come in, Lieutenant.
We'll return to Somerset in just a moment.
Speaking so...
Do you want to fill him in, Dan, or shall I?
I've got nothing to say.
Well, let me say it for you. Dan is the one we've been looking for.
Looking for? What do you mean?
I mean that Dan Briskin is the head of the organization in Somerset.
What?
Killed Fred Harrington, tried to have me killed. Listen, he'll deny it, but he just admitted it to me. Tell me something, Dan. What are you going to do when we get to your man, Castor? Is he going to back you, 100%? Or is he going to try to save his own skin by telling us everything he knows?
The chain is no stronger than its weakest link, that sort of thing. What you have in mind?
Some kind of a joke?
Maybe it is, Lieutenant. He's right. I'm the man you're looking for. Lieutenant, justice triumphs.
I'll be damned.
I don't know if you can make it stick. I doubt it, but you can certainly try.
You killed Harrington. But why?
Because he was ordered to stop Julian Cannell, and he couldn't do it. Julian was getting too close for comfort. When he failed to stop Julian Cannell, he became superfluous. I had no use for him any longer. Well, gentlemen, with a man like Harrington, you just don't give him 2 weeks' pay, dismiss him, and give him a vacation. You eliminate him entirely. Now, you know, Julian, I've always been a firm believer in doing what has to be done.
Dan, I have to tell you, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against...
Shut up, Lieutenant. I know what my rights are. And my wrongs. Let me tell you something. If I had this thing to do all over again, a chance to get the same money, and power, and influence, I'd do only one thing differently. I'd start younger, so I could enjoy it longer. Well, I don't think I have anything else to discuss with you. Shall we go, Lieutenant?
Just for the record, you're under arrest, Mr. Briskin.
So it seems. So it seems.
We'll return to Somerset in just a moment.
At a new time. There's nothing else like it. And remember, it's a new time for the Gong Show with King Gong Chuck Barris.
Listings for the time starting Monday.
Good. Just so that everything's delivered by 6:30. You know, we're going to have about 300 people, and there's a lot of preparation to be done before the dinner starts. Yes, I know. I'm depending on you, so please don't let me down. Okay, good enough. See you then. Right. Bye-bye.
Oh.
Hi.
Ready to go?
Yeah, anytime you are. I can't believe this fun dinner is all set up. I just hope it goes as well as expected to.
Will. By the way, something I've been wanting to ask you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, there's something funny going on around here.
What do you mean around here?
I mean here, the hospital. See, my curiosity is up, and I was wondering if you noticed it or if it was just my imagination.
Well, that depends. Why don't you tell me about it and we'll see.
Steve Slade.
Oh.
Somerset's a bad boy. You know, ever since they brought him in here, a lot of people have been very concerned about him. Carrie's been spending a lot of time with him. A lot more time than a newspaper story would warrant.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. She has been spending a lot of time with him, and, if you ask me, it all adds up to one thing. I think they're in love with each other.
That's incredible. Well, how they managed to keep that secret so long, or why, it's beyond me.
Well, my love, part of the fun of romance is keeping secrets from other people. Secrets that just the two of you share. Of course, once you're married, you know, keeping secrets isn't half as much fun.
How would you know you've been keeping secrets from me?
Well, if I told you I had, would you be angry with me?
I'd want to know why and what it is. I mean, if two people can't tell each other everything.
Yeah, well, you don't have to be upset about it. I do have a secret, but I haven't had it very long.
Well, I mean, why don't you tell me? Is it a problem or something?
No, it's a good secret. But truthfully, I wanted to wait till tonight. I thought it would make a terrific New Year's Eve present. But seeing that you found out this much about it, I guess I'll just have to tell you right now.
What are you talking about?
Of course, the problem is if I tell you now, then I'll spoil the surprise.
Yes, that's one of the dangers of telling someone a secret. It does tend to spoil the surprise. However, the other danger is, you see, if you don't tell the other person, it's all choke it out of you. Now, come on. What are you talking about?
Okay, well, it's not so much what as it is who. And I can't really tell you who because he doesn't have a name yet, although I am kind of partial to Oliver. if it's a boy.
What?
Have you guessed?
You're gonna have a baby.
Yeah, that is if you don't have any strong objections to it.
Objections? Yeah, you're right. That's the most wonderful New Year's Eve present.
Happy New Year, Dr. King.
We'll return to Somerset in just a moment.
So Julian called me in as Lieutenant Price was taking Dan away and told me the whole thing.
Dan Briskin of all people. Who'd have thunk it?
I know. I have never been more stunned in my life.
Yeah, me too. Carrie, it's over. It's all over. I told you we were going to have a happy New Year.
Yes, you did. And you were right.
Yeah, and I got something in mind to make it even happier.
What is that?
Well, I want to ask you a question. And it's of a very serious nature. So I want you to give me a very serious answer.
I'll try.
Okay. Now, I don't have a job, as you know. And my reputation in Somerset isn't the greatest because of my organization. Whatever. But if I promise to go straight, do you think?
Wow.
Hello.
Glad you're both together.
Yes,
Good.
how are you?
We just came in to wish you a Happy New Year.
Oh, thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you both.
Thank you.
So, are you going to a party tonight? Or
No. We're going to stay in.
Oh, no. We plan to spend a quiet evening in front of the fire. Just being together.
Now, that happens to be one of my favorite things to do, too.
Well, Steve, you're going to be able to do that very soon. Coming along nicely.
Am I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's good to hear. And I got something that maybe you both would like to hear.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, I was about to ask Carrie a very important question, and maybe you'd like to stick around and see what the answer is.
Well, that sounds very provocative. We'll go ahead and answer.
Okay. I was wondering... Hello, everyone. I wanted all of you to be the first to know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to become a father.
Really? You mean you haven't told Heather yet?
I expected more of a surprise.
I'm sorry, we can't be surprised. I already knew.
Oh, well, I didn't already know. I'm surprised. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful, too.
Oh, congratulations,
Thanks.
Jerry. Oh, you must be so happy.
Yeah.
Dr. Kane, congratulations. I'm sure you're very proud. I am. Thank you, Steve. Nothing could have made me happier. Okay, you guys, I got some news of my own. And, I'd like to interject it if I can get a word in edgewise.
Yes, that's right. You came in the middle of a very important moment.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, it's all right. It's perfectly all right, but this is my room and this is my party. Carrie, please come sit down. Okay.
I'm sorry. No more interruptions, I promise.
Okay. I was wondering...
Some kind of hubbub down the hall.
We're gonna have a baby. Who's directing traffic? What is one man against so many?
Listen, if I could interrupt you for just a minute, I'm so sorry, but Steve has been trying to ask me something for the last 5 minutes, which I'm dying to hear. So if maybe we could keep it down to a roar, I might be able to get a hint.
Yeah, and if somebody would bar the door, maybe nobody else can come in.
Maybe you better just say it fast.
Carrie. Will you marry me?
No. I thought you'd never ask. Yes. I love you. Happy New Year, honey.
Happy New Year.
Thank you, darling.
With today's episode, Somerset concludes its run on the air. We want to thank all of our viewers for their loyalty these past 6.5 years, and wish you all a very happy new year.